Hi, I'm Steve Green. What is ultralight backpacking? Why should you hike light? The answer most ultralight hikers give is, it's more fun. They feel free, close to nature, and enjoy not having a heavy pack. Ultralight backpacking is not fast packing or covering as many miles as possible. It's about hiking at the pace you like and enjoying it a lot more. The lighter weight means you can hike farther if you like. At the end of any day, you'll feel stronger and more refreshed. Your feet and legs will feel better. Many people are forced into lighter packs by age and injuries, but more and more young backpackers are discovering the common sense freedom of lighter packs. Think of the freedom you feel with a day pack. You can have that feeling on overnight trips. All backpackers are concerned about comfort, safety, and cost of equipment. Switching to a lighter piece of gear doesn't mean giving up comfort. For instance, you may be carrying a pocket knife that weighs 5 ounces. A simple 5 ounces doesn't seem like a killer on your back, and by itself it's not. But chances are you're not using that knife for any really heavy tasks. So why not carry a quality knife that weighs less than 1 ounce? With one tiny change, you're lighter with no loss in comfort, and you're carrying less volume. If you can reduce volume as well as weight, you can use a smaller, lighter pack. A smaller, frameless pack is more convenient to bring inside your tent. You don't need to compromise safety to pack light. One of the first things you'll notice with a light pack is you're more agile and you can cover more miles if needed. Some lightweight items actually cost less than their heavier counterparts. Your pack can be less expensive because it's the smaller version of a series. Things like your knife, compass, flashlight, and stove can be smaller, cheaper, but full-functioning versions. Much of your weight savings is just planning what to leave home. A good example is your cook kit. You may be using only the kettle to heat water for your meals, so there's no need to take the frying pan and dish. You've cut your weight by more than half by leaving it home. This all leads to planning, which is at the core of lightweight backpacking. It might seem tedious to those who don't like to make lists or get technical with details, but most of the changes you'll make are things you'll only have to do once. You'll enjoy the benefits on every future hike. Even the box you store your gear in at home will be smaller and simpler. Planning helps you avoid last-minute packing too. Often those last few hurried things you grab before you leave home, like unnecessary clothing, add extra pounds to your pack. There will be some expense to making these changes, but you'll enjoy the advantages forever. For some, there can be an actual savings because the first thing you should do is quit buying and carrying cool things you really don't need. It's easy to walk through a backpacking store and grab items that will have you carrying a 70-pound pack. Resist the urge. No more impulse buying. Most backpackers carry extra weight because they use gear that manufacturers make bomb-proof. That may sound good because it sounds safer, but those heavy materials are usually there because the companies don't ever want to see returns, even from hikers who are ridiculously hard on their gear. So it's easier to make the gear from heavy materials that can never break down. Some of those heavier materials are cheaper because they're more common. All lightweight backpackers will tell you the greatest savings can be made on your 3 heaviest items: your pack, tent, and sleeping bag. You often hear those who hike light talk about their system. They use that term because it all has to work together. You can't pack a lot of bulk into a small pack. So you'll get the most benefit when you reduce the tent and sleeping bag weight and volume when you choose your new pack. When you choose the pack, don't buy one that's too big in volume. You'll feel the need to fill it. Instead, buy a smaller one and feel the need to reduce weight and volume. Packs are an item on which individual backpackers have a wide variety of needs and likes. Try to find the light one that has the features you want. Fill it with gear and walk around to see if you have the right fit. There are packs that weigh from 1 to 2 pounds. The lightest packs, like this one of mine, can weigh less than a pound. Most hikers carry a sleeping bag that's overkill for summer use. Since they've purchased it for the worst possible conditions, they carry too much weight for most hikes and end up roasting in their bags. You can have a sleeping bag like mine that is comfortable to 35 degrees and weighs only 1 pound. Or you can get one that's good to 20 degrees and is just 1 pound 10 ounces. Down sleeping bags are the lightest and can be compressed better than synthetic bags. Don't avoid down bags because you've heard they don't function when wet. All bags are miserable when wet. Just increase your expertise in keeping the bag dry. Quality down bags have fabric with extremely tight weaves that are very resistant to moisture. There are a wide variety of tents and tarps that can reduce your shelter weight to 1 to 2 pounds. The total weight of my tent is 1 pound 11 ounces and has full bug and rain protection. With a bivvy or a tarp, you could pack even lighter. Your big 3, the pack, shelter, and sleeping bag, can weigh 3 to 5 pounds. Add an ultralight stove, light cooking gear, lightweight rain gear, and a light sleeping pad, and the total weight of 70 or most important items is still less than your old 7-pound pack. That should be enough incentive to inspire any backpacker. Since you lift your feet with every step, Wearing lightweight running shoes can save more energy than any other item. Calculate the weight of your clothing too. It's a big part of what you're carrying. Synthetic clothing is lighter, and since it dries faster, it's safer. Water is vital when you're hiking, but you can stay well hydrated and carry less weight by reading your map carefully and knowing when you'll reach the next source. Start lightening your load by spreading the contents of your pack out in front of you on the table or living room floor. Take a pad and pencil and start taking notes. Be critical. What's too heavy? What's overkill for summer use? What can be left home? Look at the small items too. Where can you make the quickest, easiest changes? Where can you make the quickest, inexpensive changes? You can make a big difference when you save weight on lots of small pieces of gear. Consider buying an inexpensive digital scale that weighs in 1/10 of an ounce increments. Seeing the actual weights will be an eye-opener. If you're carrying 30 pounds or more, you can cut your carrying weight by more than half, and you can do it in total comfort. Ultralight backpacking will make every outdoor adventure more fun. See over 30 more videos and a free ultralight backpacking book at hikelight.com.